Welcome to Mr. Beefy's Boxing, or just Beefy's Boxing, where we cover all kinds of boxing news and boxing subjects, where we have the meats by the pounds and covers the fights by the rounds. Before we jump into the video, be sure to like and subscribe so we can get the channel out to as many as possible. Now, on to today's topic. So, Moses Itauma, man, this boy is just doing a number everywhere he goes. No matter who he fights, he just defies any doubters. At least at this point now, after what he has done to Jermaine Franklin, I think it was round 5, he caught him with a left uppercut. Yeah, I think it was a left uppercut. And Franklin went down face first, cold, and even before he hit the ground, Itauma was able to catch him with another nice stiff jab. This was a real nice performance for Itauma, and it was a good win to have under the belt. Franklin, he has stepped up here recently with his performance against AJ and Dillian White, and both of them, or neither of them, were able to knock Franklin down or knock him out. And Itauma, he put him down cold. So big up to Franklin for that. And with that being said, I figured we need to talk about who is next. Who's going to catch those hands? I mean, we got the top 15 or 20 we're going to look at. And the first 3 or so, they're obviously going to be tied up. But the next few, I think Itauma, he has some options. Let's check them out. So we can pretty much count the Usyk fight out, just because Usyk has already given that he has 3 fights left, and he's given the names of who they're going to be, and that's going to be the winner of Wardley Dubois and Greedy Belly Tyson Fury. Unless something major happens, I don't see that changing up. Now Wardley would be interesting. They share the same camp, so it would be interesting to see how Itauma would be able to, navigate this, or how, I guess, Ben Davison, that's who they are sharing. I don't know if he would have to step out and maybe step to the side and see how that is, and maybe just let the winner. I really don't know how they would do that. That would be one hell of a problem to sort. But now this next one, Caballel. I really think that would be a hell of a fight. That would be great for Itauma. And it would kind of be dirty to Caballel because he has been waiting for a while. Homie deserves it. Homie deserves a shot. I can't deny him that. It's crazy that Wardley got it before he did. So seeing him and Itauma, I think that would be awesome. I just don't see Caballel taking that fight. Dubois, that would also be very good too, but he's tied up with Wardley, and maybe the time would line up, I guess, because their fight is also so close. Maybe the loser would fight the loser would fight Moses, just because the winner would be going on to possibly fight Usyk. Now Fury would also be another good one. I think Fury, out of all these people, would be one of the best ones to have a chance of beating Itauma. I'm not the biggest Fury fan, but out of the current crop, he definitely has the experience and the awkwardness that could give Itauma a lot of problems and drag him into the late rounds, I believe. Now, Ajagba, I could see. I honestly think Itauma would probably smoke him. I just don't know how he would handle the sharp speed of Itauma. I mean, everything. He's even doing these feints like Usyk, and those feints were fucking fire. So I don't know if Ajagba would be able to really hang on to him. But he is top 6, so, there's something. Filip Hrgovic. Now, I think he would also be a decent one for Itauma. He's almost becoming a gatekeeper in this division. Only problem with him is he's tied up with Dave Allen. I really think he's going to beat Dave. I just don't think Dave's that good. He's a nice guy and he's fun and all that, but definitely I don't think he's cracking top 20. But yeah, Hrgovic, he's tied up. Maybe they could work out something with Itauma, but I think the timing would be just a little too off. Parker would be another one that I mean, it would sell. I definitely think it would sell. I'm a fan of Parker. He was my fighter of the year, I think 2023 or 2024, one of those. He was on a mean run, and I think he could have a good comeback. I really do. But with that being said, Itauma, I just think homie's just way too good with it. I don't know if Joseph was, or Parker was stopped by Wardley, then I think Itauma would definitely get the stoppage on him earlier. Gassiv, once again, I think Itauma would possibly walk through him. Zhang, not so much. I think Zhang would be able to withstand a good bit of Itoma's assault. But then definitely seeing Zhang gas out very quick. And seeing how Zhang and Gassiev is so close, seeing those two fight would also, I think, would be a decent one too. Same with Parker versus Ajagba. Now, the three here, Chisora, he's out. He's fighting Wilder and he's donezo. But these other three, I could definitely see as being maybe like a tune-up fight before he gets one of those on the higher up ranks. I could definitely see Frank Sanchez being one of those. I think that would be, I was a big fan of Sanchez. And then wasn't it Caballero that beat him? Still a big fan of him. What, Cuban Flash? Hell yeah. Man, Caballero, every time I've went against him, I've lost. He's the only guy who's consistently I just can't get an L on. So I'm not betting against him again. Except for maybe if he goes against Itauma. Damn it. Bacoli, I could definitely see that be a good one for Itauma, and that's a good name for him. And it would also be a good fight for Bacoli. I think Bacoli could possibly take Itauma into deeper rounds. Michael Hunter would just be a name for Itauma, just another scalp. I could definitely see him collect that one and move on. Wilder is tied up with Chisora, and no, Wilder would not last against... No, he just would not last against Moses. I just don't see how that would even get set up. It would just be a waste of time both ways, unless Itauma is just wanting to get a name. Now, Huni, that one, I think that could be a decent one. He did okay against Fabio, and he was beating them. And then, just Wortley got that power. He got that miracle shot, and he got it. He got it from him. But if he didn't get it, Huni would have definitely won. And I don't know if he would definitely be able to take Thomas' power if he didn't take Wardley's. But, skill-wise, it would be interesting to see how Moses would be able to handle just somebody with more skill. I think he would probably be one of the most skilled people that he's fought recently who's most active. So, Jared Anderson, I don't think he's going to go anywhere near Itauma. He's on a rebuild right now. He might go after somebody else over here in the top 20, but definitely he's staying away from Itauma. Joyce, why the fuck? What? I love Joyce because I'm a big fan of just Juggernaut, but damn, why is he even in this ranking still? That's ridiculous. Miller would be good. Miller would be a fun one. I don't think he would be able to ultimately win against Itauma, but I think he would be able to weather the storm probably better than most of the people that he's fought so far. Franklin has done, I think, the best besides the initial fight I think of Moses had when he first started this, but Miller would be interesting. Only problem is the fireworks, I don't know if they would be there. Miller, he talks a lot of shit and he's fun to watch. Itauma, he's kind of a wet carrot. He's a nice, humble guy, very professional, and that's nice, and that's respectable. We need that. But at the same time, homie's a wet carrot. So let me know below, what do you guys think? Who do y'all think would be best for Itauma next? The heavyweight division is getting nice. We had a slump here a few weeks ago or a few months ago, but it's picking back up. And the division is looking pretty nice. We got a lot of old people, though, that are getting out of here soon. And we need some fresh young faces to come up. And right now, Itauma is looking to be the face of boxing for a while now. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen between Wardley and Dubois. And then when Usyk goes, we're gonna have to eventually see, in my opinion, Wardley versus Itauma. It's just gonna have to happen. But let me know below, what did you guys think?
It's Mr. Beefy.